I Want Answers is presented by the Grand River Dam Authority. Additional funding provided by the Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation, RCB Bank, Rogers State University, and by viewers like you.
Every day, the employees of the Grand River Dam Authority strive for excellence by focusing on the 5 E's: employees, electricity, environmental stewardship, economic development, and efficiency. We do this by producing low-cost, reliable electricity that touches 75 of the 77 counties in the state. At no cost to the taxpayers, we also manage 70,000 surface acres of lakes and the scenic Illinois River. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity for Oklahoma.
The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation is a proud sponsor of I Want Answers on RSU Public TV. Throughout his life, Gerald Westby worked hard to add to the quality of life through his legacy of support for the arts, arts education, and culture. The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation continues this work.
At RCB Bank, we know that if you want to build a strong future, you need a solid foundation. That's why, since 1936, RCB Bank has helped people and communities forge a path to a solid financial foundation. For more than 85 years, RCB Bank has been strong, stable, and ready to lend a hand. With more than 60 locations across Oklahoma and Kansas, RCB Bank is here to serve your banking needs. At RCB Bank, you truly are at home.
The Locust Grove Pirates and the Riverfield Ravens are here as we continue our 12th season of I Want Answers. Welcome to our 12th season of Oklahoma's favorite academic game show, I Want Answers, presented by GRDA. I'm your host, Anna Berry, and I'm so happy to be back again with you all this year. So tonight's teams, we have the Locust Grove Pirates and the Riverfield Ravens. Now, these teams are competing for a chance at $12,000 in scholarship money that will be awarded in the championship at the end of this season. So let's meet our players from Locust Grove. We have team captain Alexi Clark, senior. We have Jeff Adams, junior. We have another junior, Ethan Estes. And we have freshman Max Cunningham. Locust Grove, you excited?
Oh, yeah. Very.
Woo, there we go. I like that. All right, let's meet our players from Riverfield. We've got our team captain, Chase Hill, sophomore. We've got Jackson Baker, another sophomore. We've got Caleb Walton, another sophomore, and senior Ishan Patel. Riverfield, how you feeling?
Good.
Good. All right. Yeah. Teams, you excited?
Yeah.
You ready? Audience at home, how you guys doing? You excited? You ready? All right, but this really isn't about what y'all want. This is about what I want. And what do I want?
Answers.
I love saying that each and every time. That's correct. All right, let's begin our competition tonight with the speed round.
First up, the speed round. The speed round consists of individual answer questions worth 10 points each. The first team member to buzz in gets to answer. No conferring between team members is allowed in this round.
All right, first speed question. In plants, phototropism occurs in response to light, chemotropism to a chemical stimulus, and hydrotropism to what? Riverfield?
Water.
Yes. Without the armies, money, and supplies of what country, it is less likely that the colonial forces could have prevailed in the American Revolution? Riverfield?
Britain.
No? Locust Grove?
France.
Yes. Casablanca is a seaport in what African nation? Riverfield?
Morocco.
Yes. Name any two of the 3 consecutive days of the week named after Scandinavian mythology characters. Riverfield?
Thursday, Friday.
Yes, correct. I have to look that up. I think that's fascinating. All right, which composer most missed hearing the applause of his audiences during later performances? Riverfield?
Beethoven.
Yes. What historical phrase indicates trade among 3 ports or regions? Locust Grove?
Triangular trade.
Yes. Around 73 BC, the gladiator Spartacus led a rebellion of what group of people against the Romans? Locust Grove?
Slaves.
Yes. What should be substituted for the word used improperly here? Everyone acted respectively during the ceremony. Riverfield?
Respectfully.
Yes. Great job. Name the kind of force directed along the length of a wire, rope, or cable that is pulled tight between two objects. Riverfield?
Tension.
Yes. We have a video question from Dr. Hugh Foley.
Hi, I'm Dr. Hugh Foley. I teach cinema here at Rogers State University. Name the term for pivoting the camera up or down along a vertical axis.
Riverfield?
Tilting.
Yes. In 1835, under the leadership of Chief Osceola, many of the Seminole people refused to be forcibly moved. Riverfield?
Florida.
No. And retreated to what region of Florida? Locust Grove?
Everglades.
Yes. What heavenly body that appeared in 240 BC and then recorded other times also appeared in 1910 and 1986? Riverfield?
Halley's Comet.
Yes. Halifax, Canada, is on the shores of what ocean? Riverfield?
Pacific.
No. Locust Grove?
Atlantic.
Yes. What word completes the actual proverb parodied as follows? Where there's a will, there's a lawyer. Riverfield?
Way.
Yes. They tricked ya. What group of English Protestants opposed fancy practices of the Church of England and had simpler ways of worship? Locust Grove?
Protestants.
No. Riverfield?
Puritans.
Yes, Puritans. We have a math question. Determine the length of the shortest side of a rectangle with a perimeter of 24 centimeters and an area of 32 square centimeters. Riverfield?
4.
Yes. A principle discovered by what ancient Greek explains why a blimp could not fly on the moon? Riverfield?
Archimedes.
Yes. What is the general classification for any prose narrative that tells of actual events or presents factual information about something? Riverfield?
Nonfiction.
Yes. The first English colonies in what future state were formed in the 17th century at Windsor, Wethersfield, and Hartford? Riverfield?
Connecticut.
Yes. Pathogenic microorganisms are capable of doing what? Riverfield?
Causing sickness.
Yes. Spell the homophone for a manner of walking or running that sounds the same as the name for a door in a fence. Riverfield?
Gait.
Yes. What South American country was named for a leader in the Spanish-American Wars? Riverfield?
Bolivia.
Yes. Video question from GRDA.
Hi, I'm Justin with the Grand River Dam Authority. The runoff entering stream channels promptly after rainfall or snowmelt is known as what type of runoff?
Riverfield?
Precipitation.
No. The answer is direct runoff. All right. Diaries, confessions, and memoirs are generally shorter version of what literary form? Locust Grove?
Autobiography.
Yes. Complete the saying. He who lives by the sword shall... Locust Grove?
Die by the sword.
Yep. What U.S. president first instigated a trade embargo with Cuba? Riverfield?
Kennedy.
Yes. What is the compound word for someone who has survived a shipwreck and left to fend for himself? Riverfield?
Castaway.
Yes. Okay, what is the term for the main body of a printed work as distinct from a preface or footnotes or an appendix? Riverfield?
Forward.
No. Locust Grove?
Plot.
No, the answer is text. The fleet destroyed by the English in 1588 had sailed from what country? Locust Grove?
Spain.
Yes. Who was a sorcerer and counselor of Uther Pendragon and his son Arthur? Riverfield?
Merlin.
Yes. All right, you guys are keeping me on my toes today. That bell means time's up for the speed round. The score stands 80 Locust Grove, 200 Riverfield. But round 2 is coming up next. I'm sure it's going to be exciting. We'll see you in a second.
My name is Alexi Clark, and these are the Locust Grove academic team members, and my song would be Don't Stop Believing.
I'm Jeffrey Adams, and my song would be Ego Brain by System of a Down.
I'm Ethan Estes, and my song would be Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
I'm Max Cunningham, and my song would be My Way by Frank Sinatra.
Great question. Mine would be The Girl from Ipanema. Raise your hand if you've heard that song. No one, but I'm sure some of our audience have. Okay, teams, are you ready for more questions? Yes, because the advantage round is coming your way next.
Next up, the advantage round. In this round, the teams face off by first attempting to answer a speed question. The team that answers correctly receives 10 points and the opportunity to answer 3 advantage questions worth 10 points each. After the 3 advantage questions, it's back to speed questions to determine who gets the next advantage. The speed questions can be answered by anyone, but the answers for the advantage questions must come from the team captain.
All right, here's your first speed question. What is the term for a general conclusion drawn from particulars? Riverfield?
Deduction.
No. Locust Grove?
Inference.
Yes. Advantage for Locust Grove, we have explorers. In 1871, who found David Livingstone near Lake Tanganyika?
Clark.
Nope. What explorer conducted the first substantial exploration of the northeastern coast of South America and claimed it for Portugal?
Clark.
No, it's Pedro Cabral. And what citizen of Venice, who obtained a letters patent from Henry VII of England for a voyage of discovery, crossed the Atlantic in 1497 and found the North American mainland?
Columbus.
No, it was John Cabot. All right, back to speed. In what kind of forest are practically all of the plants always green since they replaced their Riverfield?
Coniferous.
No, their leaves gradually throughout the year. Locust Grove?
Taiga.
No, they want tropical rainforest. Cards are very, very particular. In what tiny independent state within Italy did Michelangelo paint the Riverfield?
Vatican City.
Yes. Okay, advantage for Riverfield, we have ecology. What term in ecology that indicates the spread of a group of organisms into new habitats also indicates the emission and propagation of energy in the form of rays or waves?
Distribution.
No, it's radiation. The 2 broadest categories of habitats are aquatic and what other?
Terrestrial.
Yes. Plants not native to a region can become harmful to the existing ecosystem of the area. What term is used for these dangers brought from other places?
Invasive species.
Yes. Back to speed. The beginning of which age is marked by the development of hammered implements that were completely, Locust Grove?
Bronze.
No. Completely different from those of the preceding age of bronze. Riverfield?
Iron Age.
Yes. Advantage for Riverfield, we have literature. Which British author wrote this? We cannot use the ruling ring. It belongs to Sauron and is altogether evil.
Tolkien.
Yes. The name of the bear in A.A. Milne's beloved stories was inspired by the name of the capital city of Manitoba. What is that capital?
Winnipeg.
Yes. In 2019's The Night Diary follows the story of Nisha's mixed family trying to get to a safe place as India is split into 2 pieces, one part Muslim and the other part which world religion?
Hindu.
Yes. Back to speed. On an alphabetical list of states that joined the Union after 1900, which is last? Locust Grove?
Alaska.
No. Riverfield?
Oklahoma.
Yes, it is. Oklahoma. Advantage for Riverfield festivals around the world. The Lantern Festival and Dragon Boat Festivals are tradition in which nation?
China.
Yes. Which Irish saint is celebrated worldwide in March, but to the largest degree in Ireland itself, where there is a 5-day festival?
St. Patrick.
Yes. Carnival is celebrated in many countries, like the Mardi Gras of New Orleans. The greatest of these is in what Brazilian city?
Rio de Janeiro.
Yes. Back to speed. Heliocentrism was first suggested in the 3rd century BC. Riverfield?
Copernicus.
Yes. Advantage for Riverfield states. Bryce Canyon is in which state?
Utah.
Yes. What is the westernmost U.S. state with land on the Gulf coastal plain?
Texas.
Yes. What state is west of Great Bahama Island?
Florida.
Yes. Back to speed. What job did John Adams describe as the most insignificant office that ever man contrived? Riverfield?
President.
No. Locust Grove?
Treasurer.
No. It's the vice presidency. The only known site of a Norse village in North America outside of Greenland is on the northern tip of what Canadian island? Riverfield?
Prince Edward Island.
No. Locust Grove?
Newfoundland.
Yes. All right, advantage for Locust Grove. We've got health. Antidotes used to combat the poisonous bites or stings of venomous animals are called what?
Antivenom.
Yes. Some conditions, such as epilepsy, brain injury, or low salt levels, can cause convulsions, also called what?
Seizures.
Yes. The 3 steps in cardiopulmonary resuscitation are abbreviated with the letters ABC. For what does the A stand?
Artery.
No, it's airway. All right, back to speed. Par exemple is French for what English phrase? Riverfield?
For example.
Yes. Advantage for Riverfield, we've got grammar. What necessary part of a sentence is missing here? For days tried to change my mind.
Subject.
Yes. What punctuation mark should be used between the names of the characters and their lines in a play or movie script?
Colon.
Yes. What is the first accented monosyllabic word in Poe's The Raven?
Wants.
Yes. Back to speed. With what sense is the auditory nerve associated? Riverfield?
Hearing.
Yes. Advantage for Riverfield, physical science. In what kind of engine is the exhaust formed entirely from propellants carried within the vehicle?
Internal combustion.
No, it's rocket. Passengers on a train fall backward or forward when the train starts or stops due to a natural resistance to a change in motion called what?
Inertia.
Yes. What kind of machine is designed to increase the pressure of a gas?
Condenser.
No, compressor. All right, that's all the time we have for the advantage round. The score now stands at 120 Locust Grove, 410 Riverfield. Stay with us. We've got our last round coming up next.
My name is Chase Hill, and this is the team Riverfield will be fielding for I Want Answers. And if I had an intro song, it would be I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
I'm Jackson Baker, and if I had a theme song, it would be Eye of the Tiger by Survivor.
My name is Caleb Walton, and I think my intro would be Baby Shark because it's cool.
My name is Ishan Patel, and mine would be Party in the USA.
Welcome back to I Want Answers presented by GRDA. We're down to the final round of our competition tonight. It's the whirlwind round, and it's coming right up.
Next up, it's the whirlwind round. In this round, the trailing team gets to pick from one of 3 categories, and they get to choose whether they wish to answer the category's questions themselves or force the other team to answer them. The team will have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. Then the other team gets their turn at one of 3 remaining categories. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. If any team correctly answers all 10 of their questions, they will receive 10 bonus points.
All right, well, Locust Grove, your team is trailing right now, so you get to pick one of these 3 categories: words with multiple meanings, 20th century war, or cities.
Words.
Words with multiple meanings?
Yes.
For yourself? Okay. Given two or more definitions, give the common word. It is used in a sport and also names a flying mammal.
Bat.
Yes. It is a measure of length and also characterizes a conference of teams in a sport.
Meter.
No. To hold off on a motion in a meeting or a piece of furniture.
Stool.
No. A British professor or to put on clothes.
Dress.
No. A tiny hummingbird, an insect, or a contest for spellers.
B.
Yes. A tennis serve that is not returned and a playing card.
Jack.
No. A canine sound or the covering on an oak.
Bark.
Yes. Belonging to the person speaking or a place to get coal.
Mine.
Yes. New and unique or a longer work of fiction.
Pass.
All right. Good job. Those are tricky. They certainly are. All right. So, Riverfield, we have 20th Century War, cities, or chemistry.
We'll take 20th Century War.
20th Century War. Okay. Answer these questions about 20th Century Wars. What area was known as the powder keg of Europe before World War I?
Germany.
Nope. Vidkun Quisling, who gave traitors a new name, came from what country?
Germany.
Nope. What country declared war on both Germany and the Allies in World War II?
Italy.
Yes. Whom did Eva Braun marry soon before they both died and the
Adolf
war
Hitler.
ended? Yes. What U.S. general who had returned to the Philippines died December 10th, 1945 when his Jeep collided with a truck?
Patton.
Yes. In 1955, the Soviet satellites signed what military alliance in a city in Poland?
The Warsaw Pact.
Yes. President Nasser of which nation seized
Egypt.
the Suez Canal? Yes. In what year did Mussolini resign as premier of Italy and Italy joined the Allied side?
1943.
Yes. In 1952, what Allied nation became the third country to test an atomic bomb? All right. It's Great Britain. All right. Good job. Woo! So that's it for the whirlwind round. We're going to go back to speed question to see who is going to win this game. Back to speed. What annual book by Benjamin Franklin became the colony's best read? Riverfield?
Farmer's Almanac.
Yes. What do economists describe as the excess of revenues over costs? Riverfield?
Profit.
Yes. If Gainsborough had used warm colors, he could have called his painting The Orange Boy. What did he call it? Riverfield?
Blue Boy.
Yes. Because insect skin does not stretch, to grow a larger nymph must shed its skin through what process? Riverfield?
Molting.
Yes. Name the strip of land between Texas and California purchased by the U.S. from Mexico. Locust Grove?
Baja.
No. Riverfield?
Gadsden.
Yes. Bellerophon was riding the winged horse when he conquered the Chimera. Riverfield?
Pegasus.
Yes. What term indicates a particular musical tone, the pitch of a sound, and the rate at which a guitar string vibrates? Locust Grove?
Frequency.
Yes. What conflict began in 1914 when 8 German soldiers, Riverfield?
World War I.
Yes. What is the meaning of the prefix in zootoxin, zoophyte? Riverfield?
Animal.
Yes. Name the character in Washington Irving's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow that plays the Headless Horseman and scares Ichabod Crane away. Riverfield?
George.
No. Locust Grove?
A skeleton?
No. It was Bones. That's his name. In the southern hemisphere, the trade winds blow from southeast to what direction? Riverfield?
Northwest.
Yes. By the magnetic interaction, parallel currents attract and anti-parallel currents do what? Locust Grove?
Repel.
Yes. What type of art was described as the art of protecting flat surfaces from the weather and exposing them to the art critic? Locust Grove?
Weathering.
No. Riverfield?
Geomorphology?
No. Painting. All right. In what ancient land did the Delian League and the Peloponnesian League develop? Riverfield?
Greece?
Yes. What is the name for an inflammation of a short closed tube that projects from the junction of the small and large intestines? Riverfield?
Appendicitis?
Yes. All right. Woo! What a game. That bell concludes tonight's competition. The final score stands at 180 Locust Grove and 580 Riverfield. So that means that Riverfield is tonight's winner. Great job, both teams. Seriously, you guys were rock solid today. Okay, so let's look at our bracket. As we can see, Riverfield will advance, and they'll be playing the winner of next week's competition between Wagner and Wilburton. So we'll see them again in a few weeks in our second round. Thank you, teams, for playing, and thank you, audience, for joining us as we showcase the knowledge of our local Green Country High School academic teams. Be sure to follow I Want Answers on Facebook and Instagram, and you can always catch up on past episodes anytime at rsu.tv. We'll see you next time for another exciting competition on I Want Answers.
I Want Answers is presented by the Grand River Dam Authority. Additional funding provided by the Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation, RCB Bank, Rogers State University, and by viewers like you.
The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation is a proud sponsor of I Want Answers on RSU Public TV. Throughout his life, Gerald Westby worked hard to add to the quality of life through his legacy of support for the arts education, and culture. The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation continues this work.
At RCB Bank, we know that if you want to build a strong future, you need a solid foundation. That's why, since 1936, RCB Bank has helped people and communities forge a path to a solid financial foundation. For more than 85 years, RCB Bank has been strong, stable, and ready to lend a hand. With more than 60 locations across Oklahoma and Kansas, RCB Bank is here to serve your banking needs. At RCB Bank, you truly are at home.
Every day, the employees of the Grand River Dam Authority strive for excellence by focusing on the 5 E's: employees, electricity, environmental stewardship, economic development, and efficiency. We do this by producing low-cost, reliable electricity that touches 75 of the 77 counties in the state. At no cost to the taxpayers, we also manage 70,000 surface acres of lakes and the scenic Illinois River. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity for Oklahoma.